Hey all you zealots and zerglings out there, it's time for another tutorial video with the Mad Hive. This one is going to be about the most awesomest race in the entire universe, the Zerg, and it will be about the most important unit in the Zerg arsenal, and that is the Queen. It might seem odd, but you have got to use your queens. Because if you don't, well, that is probably why you suck at Zerg.
We require more minerals.
Now I'm going to be going a quick 6 pool here because I want to get my queen up and running so I can start talking about her instead of just sitting here stalling for time while we build stuff. But the Queen in StarCraft 2 is not like the flying umbrellas you used to see flitting around the maps of StarCraft 1. Nope, this is not your Overmind's Queen. This is her huge, angry grandmother. But I think it probably embodies more what you would expect the Queen to be. More defensive, more taking care of the hive and, you know, managing all the little details, more focused on defense. So, you know, I think it's a good redesign. You know, we may miss some of the old abilities of the Queen, but I think the new one is not a bad, no slouch. And if I had one here, I could begin explaining all of that to you. Ah, perfect. Of course, I'm going to continue the rest of my macroing because I don't want to lose to the computer while I'm trying to explain this. So I will try to keep things going as normal. And of course the first thing we need to know about queens, although I'm sure most of you know about this, in fact most of you probably know how to use your queens. But so this might be a little more queen strategy than just exactly what to use. But of course the first ability is to inject larvae, because that is how you get your economy going. Because inject larvae, you can get your armies up fast. You can build drones, like I said, to get your economy up. So you must continually inject your larvae. That is a must. Of course, the second ability of the Queen is the creep tumor. Hate to use one this early, but this is the only way you can spread your creep. Well, okay, you can spread your creep with putting up another hatchery, and technically the Nidus worm does spawn its own creep. But this is the primary way, is dropping these things down, and you've got to spread your creep. Oh, and I see I've got roaches already, so I better get an army going here soon, or I'm going to be in trouble. But don't forget to inject your larvae. You got to keep that going, because I mean, these things don't die. So I mean, even if you're not building units or you don't need to, you can just build. You can just start spitting larvae out all day and have a ton for when you really need it. I think I'm going to get an expansion here so I can sort of get into the next points I want to try to make. I'm actually going to start getting another queen. I gotta keep an eye on these roaches when they move out. See, now that I got the creep tumor created, I can spawn another creep tumor. It's very important to get that creep up. See, now what I'm going to do... See, while I'm taking this queen down here, I don't really need the larva yet, so I could just say spawn another creep tumor here. See, this is why I gotta spread. Watch this. See how slowly she's crawling? Now what happens when I get back on the creep? This is the speed bonus that all Zerg get on the creep, which is why you gotta spread your creep. I'm not entirely sure if the creep bonus is the same for all different Zerglings. It might be different speed bonus for each one. I'm not entirely sure, but it is significant. So that is just yet another reason why the queens are important. And the first attack has begun. As you can see, I've already got a healthy got a good healthy creep growing here, but we're gonna keep it going. The queen is also good at defense too. I mean, she does well, she doesn't do a lot of damage on the ground, but she does get double attacks, and since she's durable, she can help a lot against a lot of early rushes you might see. I mean, some early attacks, if you don't have queens, I mean, you're basically dead. She's excellent against, she's got excellent anti-air. I mean, that's only 9 damage, but she shoots fast, and say if you're getting hurt early with banshees, you're gonna want a few queens around. I probably should get some speed boosts here. My point is to spread this creep everywhere, just because, you know, watch. These guys are pretty mobile on here, right? Oops. Get out of there, Queenie. I have transposed my army with my queen. Not exactly what I was trying to do.
Unacceptable command.
Anyhow, see how quickly these guys are moving here? Now watch what happens when I take them off the creep. Look at them just slow down. Hit the creep and they go boom. Let's see if I can show you. This overlord's kind of bothering me. So look at her, pelt that overlord. Don't let him get away. So they're pretty good at defense too. And now that I got this creep coming, I can really chase him down. Oops. Always forgetting the overlords. I think I should do an overlord tutorial. Ooh, looks like we got hydralisks now. And I am not.
Spawn more overlords.
So, look at all those units I just pumped out there. All because I had injected my larva and I had plenty sitting around. And now here comes the next attack wave. I'm going to pull back. Oh, he's going to pull back. He doesn't want any of this.
Metamorphosis complete. Metamorphosis.
And the engagement begins. Of course, since it's Zerg on Zerg, the creep bonus isn't going to do as much.
Unacceptable command.
Because, of course, the key benefits from the speed bonus as well. Oh, don't forget to inject your larva.
We require more minerals. Spawn more overlords.
So it looks like we're going to do mass Zergling Roach for this one.
Spawn more overlords.
Ah, if it's not one thing, it's 10,000 other things.
Metamorphosis complete.
So as you can see, look at all the creep that I've spread out just because I had some queens. And now it's time to have a little fun. Ooh, and he's got mutalisks out, so we gotta do something quick here, don't we? So now let's just watch the carnage. Anyhow, I know this probably wasn't the most exciting video. And computer surrenders. So I hope that's at least a little bit of an intro about your queens. If you're not using them, you should be. Then you can do cool things like completely destroy the computer. So I hope this is at least a little informative, and I will see you guys next